Hello again, and welcome to my creative African cooking channel, Ndudu by Fafa. Miawe Zulu, Ndudu by Fafa, Nya, Koba Ndudu, and Yukwelu, Fafa, come on, Ndudu, and Fafa. I love the flavors, Ulama, Bala, Ndudu, Vivi, when I started this journey of creating recipes and new recipes and flavors, I knew I was going against the grain, and yes I did, and of course I was pushed back a lot. I don't know how I've done it, but I have persisted and I've pushed, and you guys, you're the real MVP. You've done nothing else but support me, not even knowing where the journey is going to end, and it's just incredible. And talking about incredible recipes, I've got my purple looking banku for you. So where am I going to get the color from? I'm getting it from my purple cabbage. Then again, it's referred to as the red cabbage, but it looks like a purple cabbage. So here I do have my brown rice flour. Yes, you can use your white rice flour if that's what you have available. And I've blended my purple cabbage with water. Yes, and I'm straining this because of course I need that juice coming through. And I'm going to be mixing this mixture together till it's well combined. Now, if you have watched my previous video on how I made the porridge, which was the purple cabbage porridge, it's exactly the same process. One ended up in a very lighter consistency, and of course this one is going to be in a thicker, pliable, dumpling-like consistency. So I'm just straining that juice and I've mixed it all together, and I think it's now ready for my pot. So to start this off, I'm going to be cooking this on a medium to high heat for about 5 to 7 minutes. Now the time that I do reduce the heat will be when the bottom starts thickening up and it is difficult for you to move. Of course, I've added my salt to taste, of course. We need that flavor. So be patient here. But also it's important that you do not leave this mixture unattended, because the likelihood of it becoming lumpy is high if you don't consistently stir it. So just as you see that the bottom starts to catch and you are being consistent in your stirring, you could just tell. You now need to lower your heat to a medium to low heat. Now this is the crucial point where you need to stir vigorously, and also you'd notice that I'm teasing the mixture from the bottom to the top, and then later I will be pushing the mixture to the side of the saucepan with my wooden ladle, as you can tell, with the 2 flat edges, and I'll be crushing any lumps that are creating at this stage, so just follow that process. A perfect way to activate your core and your bicep. Great exercise, why not? At this point, you will notice that your mixture is thickened up, and this is the right time for you to add a little bit of water. Reason is, we're going to be steaming this because naturally when you're cooking your rice, you would cook it for about 25 minutes. So it's exactly what I'll be doing here, because we need the rice to cook through. So I've added a bit of water and I'm just gonna tease it, make sure that the bottom part comes to the top, make sure the edges are clean, cover it and just allow it to just cook and steam. At this point, lower the heat to its very lowest setting and leave it there for about 15 minutes. Now, after 15 minutes, you end up with this pliable texture. It's almost like silky. Yes, don't be alarmed, and it comes across as very, very soft. But for that extra gloss and shine, and also for it to maintain its softness, because once you leave it for a bit, it hardens up. So that's why I'm adding a little bit of coconut oil to it. And you can just tell right before your eyes that it has that glossy look. Absolutely. And I'm just going to be mixing this, as you can tell, together till it's well combined. At this point, this is almost done. Absolutely. So, of course, as I mentioned, the consistency seems like it's runny, but don't be alarmed. By the time that it cools down, it toughens up. So it's just like the way aquila is. Immediately you just leave it for a while, it then hardens up. So yeah, at this point, this looks incredible. And guess what? Of course, there is a trick in way that you have to serve it because of the consistency that it is. So I've got my calabash here. I've inserted some cling film in there and I've scooped this beautiful rice mixture into it. That would allow me to mold it perfectly because, of course, the consistency. I mean, equally, you can just, spread this on the plate, let it cool down and just enjoy it with your soup. But then again, if you need to present it beautifully, this is my little trick. And I'm just like, just twisting it to creating that sort of a twine. And that would just mold this perfectly as one does. I hope you're inspired to try this recipe. And just like that, I do have my purple cabbage banku. Of course, it's gluten-free, made out of the brown rice. Yes, I served it with this incredible okra soup. Now, I would leave the link to this delicious soup in my description box, so please do try it. Originally, I made the brown rice bowl, and now we've added that purple cabbage for that je ne sais quoi. Naturally, I'd leave the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog Ndudu.Fafa.blogspot.com, so do check it out. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter as Ndudu by Fafa, so do pass by and say hi. Noel, thank you very much for my theme song. And until my next experience with you guys, please do not forget to wash your hands, disinfect your home, boost your immune system, and stay safe. Absolutely. And guess what? I love you for you. I'll see you in my next video. Fafa.